guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to start with the very first and the most interesting chapter of history, namely the First War of Independence. And this War of Independence took place in 1857. Sorry for the mistake here. Okay. So there were political causes, there were certain religious and social causes, there were economic causes, and there were military causes too. Okay. So first we'll discuss about the political causes. So now you all know that at that point of time the British dominions were expanding. And अगर आपकी जगह पर आकर कोई कब्जा करे वो भी जबरदस्ती से, don't you feel bad? Yes, of course you'll feel bad. So similarly they were, आपको गुस्सा भी आएगा. Similarly वहाँ के जो rulers थे, native rulers, they were feeling resentful, and even it was causing the unrest in the country. Even the people of the entire country were being affected by this. So now let us go into details. So how were the British dominions expanding? They were expanding due to the battle of the Plassey that took place in 1757. ये पूरी जड़ है, ठीक है. अब बैटल ऑफ प्लासे when it took place in 1757, the British had now established, मतलब उन्होंने, they have found a place where they could sit and control the entire country, and then they adopted various methods to, in the India by the means of conquest, and the methods, they were completely suspicious and they need to be questioned. They were not at all the good methods to be adopted. So the first one is the subsidiary alliance. What is the first one? So this subsidiary alliance was basically launched by the governor named as Lord Wellesley. What was the name of the governor? Lord Wellesley. ठीक है. And what that's subsidiary alliance, what does that implied? It implied the subordination of Indian princes to the British company in their external relation. That means that all the Indian princes are lower in position. Princes to the, in comparison to what? In comparison to the British company. Okay. इन कंपैरिजन टू द ब्रिटिश कंपनी. तो सब्सिडरी अलायंस ये कह रहा था कि दैट इंडियन प्रिंसेस जो है वो हमारे जितने लेवल पे नहीं है. ठीक है. तो अब इससे हुआ क्या? अब जो लोग, अब वो उनको कुछ ऐसा, उनको अपने जान से में ले रहे थे कि इफ यू विल एंटर, इफ यू विल एक्सेप्ट दिस सब्सिडरी अलायंस, यू विल कम अंडर द सब्सिडरी अलायंस, then we'll protect you, we'll provide you with the army. But they were basically destroying us. How? वो they used to give them army, they were required to keep the British army at the capital of their states. मतलब they also took it कि हमारे लिए ये अच्छा होगा. तो they were now required to keep the army at their capitals of their states. What they need to keep? Army. अब आर्मी वो रख रहे थे, and they were also to give money. If not money, then certain part of their territory. Why? For the maintenance of the same army. उनको maintain भी अब आप ही करवाओगे. ठीक है. तो अब नुकसान हो गया. And अगर अब उनको पता था कि अगर यहाँ पर ऐसे यूरोपियंस रहेंगे, those who were not English, ठीक है, so they were employed in the army or civil service, कहते हैं चाहे वो आर्मी में हो चाहे सिविल सर्विसेज में हो, they need to be removed. They need to be removed. And the fourth point is that they were also keeping the British official called as a resident so that they don't go out of their limits, and they basically became the puppets in their hand. So all these things, like they were supposed to give money to them, they were supposed to give territories to them. So uh, it was basically, it was adding to the territories and resources of the East India Company. And which were the states that came under this? The states were Hyderabad. This is the first state that came into it under this. Then it is Mysore. The third one is Lucknow, Hyderabad, Mysore, Lucknow, and the fourth one is Pune. So I hope that now you are clear with this subsidiary alliance. ठीक है. Now let us start with the next topic, that is the doctrine of the labs. This was also the one of the policy adopted by the British people to bring the Indians under their control. So at that time, when this doctrine of the labs was introduced, who was the Governor General? Dalhousie was the Governor General from the year 1846 to year 1856. Who was the Governor General? Dalhousie. So, the way the policies that were adopted by them, it clearly showed that no Indian prince was safe. सो वॉट वॉज मतलब ऐसा क्या था डॉक्ट्रिन ऑफ लैब्स के अंडर कि सारे लोग इतना डर रहे थे. इट वॉज लाइक दैट, लाइक सम किंग्स हैड अडॉप्टेड देयर सन्स ताकि नो वन एल्स गेट्स देयर टेरिटरी, देयर इट रिमेन्स इन देयर फैमिली ओनली. So doctrine said that if there is any ruler without any natural heir, so if you have a inherited one, which is not belonging to your, it's not a natural one, then you need to give back your English company. Okay, you need to pass your state back to the English company. And Dalhousie also claimed that. Dalhousie ने ये भी कहा था कि if you will be adopting any heir without the consent of the company, that person, that heir will be able to inherit only the private property. They can inherit your private property and not the public property. This private property can be inherited and public property cannot be inherited. And then where will that state go then? This state must be passed back to what? To English company. Sorry. English company. Okay. So which were the states that fall victim to it? They were Satara. The second one is Jhansi. And the third one is Nagpur. And the third one is Nagpur. Okay. So in 1853, that is 3 years before his rule came to an end of the Governor General, the widowed Rani, means ruler of Jhansi, when he died, the Rani was given the pension. And who was the adopted son of this Rani? Anand Rao. So this Anand Rao, according to this doctrine of the lapse, was not considered as a suitable lawful successor to the throne. तो इसकी वजह से इनको काफी ज्यादा गुस्सा आया. अब जो थर्ड मेन थिंग जो इन्होंने बहुत बुरा जो करा, वो था द एनेक्स्ड अवध. अवध वॉज वेरी बिग. सो ऐसी मतलब उन्होंने बोल दिया on 7th February and 1856 they gave out a proclamation. उन्होंने ऐसा they deposed whom? Nawab Wazid Ali Shah on the grounds, on what grounds? That this person is not managing properly. And उन्हें तो मौका चाहिए था, तो उन्होंने क्या करा? On very after, on February 13 only, they declared, they ordered the court of directors, they were the part of the East India Company, कि you annex the Awadh. It was a case of a very high-handedness. Now basically a major portion was there in their hand. They had achieved a very big thing by unfair means, right? So it was a high-handedness on the part of the company. And then the soldiers which came from here, they were feeling very bad. This caused the resentment among the soldiers. Okay, resentment among the soldiers. Okay, and the resentment among the zamindars, basically dissatisfaction was caused among them, zamindars, because the British has confiscated their estates. So in turn, this Awadh played a major role in the war of 1856. सेवन 1853 में तो हुआ था, अभी तो अभी तो बहुत पास में भी होते हैं ना। फिर उसके बाद में दे गिव द डिसकर्टेसी टू द मुगल एम्परर ऑल्सो। हाउ? सो दिस बहादुर शाह, although he was not a good ruler, it was just for a name purpose. Whom? Bahadur Bahadur Shah had just a name, okay? And British, this Lord Dalhousie, he announced that when you will die, you'll have to leave your imperial palace. What was the imperial palace? What was the name of the imperial palace? Red Fort. What? Red Fort. Okay. And such a discourtesy to the, and then in 1856, who came? Lord Canning came. Who came? Lord Canning came. That made it known that Bahadur Shah's successor would not be allowed. Now they said that you will not be able to allow the title king also. This also you not be able to, you are not allowed to use this also. So this hurt the people's sentiments considerably. काफी ज़्यादा वो hurt हुए, and they also they treated Nana Sahib also badly, in a very bad manner he was treated. You know this Nana Sahib was basically the adopted son of whom? The adopted son of ex Peshwa. Okay, so he was not even given the pension. So this was resented by Hindus in general and Nana Sahib in particular. And it is said that Nana Sahib had actually inherited the enormous wealth from the ex Peshwa. And अब उसने जो नाना साहिब था ना, he had actually inherited so much of the money. He spent that money in sending up. Now he send it to many areas to instigate the revolt के लिए पैसा चाहिए होता है ना. Unpopular administration. सो ऐसा उन्होंने बोला था कि देयर एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन इज नॉट नोन टू अस, देयर लैंग्वेज वी डोंट नो, वी आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ द इंग्लिश लॉज, एंड वेयर एज दे आर नॉट अवेयर ऑफ आर मेथड्स, isn't it? And we are removed from all the high offices, so this is not fair, this is not acceptable. ठीक है? And they had a great contempt, and they used to think that we do not deserve the title of a humans. ठीक है? And there were also certain rumors, like if the war has started, if they have come in India in 1757, they'll go back in 1857. So this was completely a rumor. Okay. So here ends our political causes. Now let us see what is there in the religious and social causes. Number one was fears regarding mass conversion to Christianity. So they thought that all the Hindus and Muslim will be converted into Christianity. So this was the fear in their minds. Why? Because they started teaching Christian doctrines in all the schools that were set up by the Christian missionaries. So they started teaching what doctrines? What they started teaching? Christian doctrines. And they also started teaching Bible, telling about Bible also in the government school, in the government schools also. And even the prisoners in the jail were also taught about this Christianity. And now officials knew that Christianity is becoming very common. So now we can actually mosque and temples may they openly preached this. And Missionary Society of America, they established a press at Agra, And what was established by them? Leaflets and and small booklets containing full inaccurate information about the Hinduism. Okay. So now the next point is the laws that interfered with the religions and the customs of the people. So Religious Disabilities Act was passed in 1850. Okay. So they changed their law of the property. How? They told that if you will change your religion to Christianity, then only you will be able to inherit the property, which was not good. So they were thinking, उन्हें ऐसा लग रहा था कि now they are trying to convert us to Christianity, and they also imposed the taxes on the temples and mosque which had earlier been free from all the taxes. ठीक है? It was earlier taxes से इसे free कर दिया था किसे? Temples and mosques को, Muslims और Hindus के. ठीक है? सो इट वॉज अगेंस्ट कि वो हमारे क्रिश्चियनिटी में आए. ठीक है, उनका मेन मोटिव तो यही था ना. अब नाउ दे डिड समथिंग गुड, बट उन्हें लग रहा था दैट दे आर ट्राइंग टू इंटरफेयर इन अ रिलीजन. दैट इज दे पास द विडो मैरिज एक्ट इन 1856. दिस वॉज अ प्रोग्रेसिव measure. And earlier, sati and female infanticide had already been prohibited. So what all was prohibited? First, widow remarriage act. Widow remarriage act was actually started कि विडोज कैन ऑल्सो मैरिज, नहीं तो उनकी लाइफ बिल्कुल खत्म हो जाती थी. ठीक है, विडो रिमैरिज एक्ट. सेकेंड पॉइंट दैट दिस सती एंड फीमेल इन्फेंटिसाइड वॉज कंप्लीटली बैंड. कि मतलब इफ द हस्बैंड डाइज फीमेल ऑल्सो हैज टू डाइड. ठीक है, एंड द किलिंग ऑफ द फीमेल व्हेन इट इज स्मॉल ओनली. सो वो सब कुछ उन्होंने बैन करने की कोशिश करी थी. एंड इवन राजा राम मोहन रॉय, they also took favor of the Britishers in this. ठीक है, but the common people, they were not so educated, so they started saying that our religion is in danger, we cannot allow this to happen. Okay, fine. अब वो तो चाहते थे कि हमारे कंट्रोल में रहे, हमें क्या लगे कि इनका बुरा हो अच्छा हो, हम अपना काम करते हैं. ठीक है. So, उसके बाद उन्होंने एक और अच्छा काम करा था, दैट इज इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द रेलवेज एंड टेलीग्राफ्स. तो इट वाज फॉर देयर ओन, बट इट वाज बेनिफिटिंग अस आल्सो. ओके, बट देन in the railways and telegraphs, they started saying that it is breaking their social order and custom. Now you would be thinking, how can telegraphs and how poles, they can break their custom? Because people, the first thing was that all the people of all the caste had to sit in the same compartments, in railway compartments, isn't it? It was a progressive change, but the people regarded it that you are interfering. And there was also a rumor कि जो telegraphs के poles होते हैं ना, they'll be used to hang the people, those who will, those who were against these companies' rule in India, which was a big misconception. Now there was a racial discrimination and the indignities which hurled at the Indians, because there was a kind of a ऐसा बन गया था कि इंग्लिशमैन कभी भी किसी की इंसल्ट कर देते थे. और एक इंग्लिश मजिस्ट्रेट आगरा में, उन्होंने ऐसा बोला था कि एवरी नेटिव, कोई भी इंसान हो, वॉट एवर इज प्रिटेंडेड रैंक में, नो मैटर वॉट इज रैंक हिज, ठीक है, ही इज सपोज टू सलाम. क्या करना है? ही इज ought to be compelled to salam all the English gentlemen in the streets. Okay, and if you are on a horseback, you need to come down and you need to stand in a respectable position until and unless those Europeans had passed him. And this was a kind of indignity. So this separated the British from the Indian masses, because why should they stand and stand in a respectful manner when they were higher positions? उनकी higher थी, they had conquered so many states before them only, but they were supposed to do so. So इनकी वजह से उनमें गुस्सा आ रहा था. Now there was also a fear regarding the English education, so they started establishing basically number of the schools in British India. ठीक है. So now government school also began to grow. So what happened in 1829? What they did was they established English classes in Kolkata Madrasa, which was a Muslim institution. So they established the English classes in Muslim institution. Then they also started the English classes in Benares Sanskrit College. किधर? Benares Sanskrit College. isn't it? Yeah. And then they saw now Maulvi saw that ki they are changing our way of oriental learning into western education. So these pundits and Maulvis were very discouraged. They told that they are trying to discourage our Islam and the Hindu studies. So उनके दिमाग में fear आ गया था that they, you know, they don't wanna promote literature and sciences. Their main ऐसा बोला जा रहा था, rather they want to people to become Christian. So I'll be ending my lecture here. In the next, video, I'll be telling you about the economic causes and the military causes. So thank you so much. Bye bye.